again, everyone, and thanks so much for joining me for today's video. In this video, I am going to be doing my third hive inspection. After each of my first two inspections, I walked away feeling like I should have done things differently. I shouldn't have had the hive open for so long, or I should have been more careful to not bang that frame against the hive body. I walk away being a little bit hard on myself, worrying about all of the things that I didn't do or should have done differently. So today I decided to take a different approach to this hive inspection. What is my purpose for being in the hive, and what tasks do I need to do to implement my objectives? I'm just going to go and light the smoker and get suited up, and I will talk you through my objectives as I'm going through the hive.
In this inspection, my first goal is to try to do a thorough inspection without spending an excessive amount of time with the hive open.
Okay, we're ready to get started.
As with each inspection, I will be looking for the queen or signs of the queen, such as larvae, eggs, and capped brood.
Just taking off the top feeder first. And as in every other time, it's pretty glued down. Somehow I was much better at lighting the smoker in my practice videos than when it counts.
I also want to check my small hive beetle traps. Since there weren't any beetles in the traps when I inspected a week ago, if there aren't any today, I'm going to go ahead and remove them because I don't feel like I'm able to push the frames together as tightly as they need to be with the beetle traps in place.
Once again, I'm not seeing any beetles. Well, there is one. There's just one beetle in my beetle trap. One of the things I did do is bring a container to put all the burr comb in. Last time I had a nasty mess with just setting it on my hive stand.
After my last inspection and the huge mess I made with the burr comb and getting honey everywhere, I decided to scrape the burr comb off the top of each frame before I pulled any of the frames out of the box. That ended up being a great plan because I made much less of a mess today. It also made a huge difference having the container to put the burr comb in. Last time I was just setting it on the hive stand and I had a sticky mess everywhere.
We have some bees on this first frame, but they're starting to draw it out just a tiny bit, but not a lot. I'm taking that one out and just setting it to the side because then that'll give me a little bit more room to work these other frames and I won't be so worried about squishing bees. Wow, this one's really heavy.
I'm still seeing lots of capped brood and capped honey and some larvae on these frames.
I'm really hoping that I will be able to see eggs this time, and in an attempt to make that happen, I actually bought a magnifying glass.
Well, still not seeing any eggs. That was $12.99 wasted at this point. Maybe next time I'll see eggs.
I'm seeing some drone brood. I'm also seeing what looks like a queen cell.
In addition to the queen cell that I spotted in the center of the frame, I did see what looks like queen cells along the bottom of the frame. Because those queen cells are in a position that would indicate they could be swarm cells, I did go ahead and remove several from the bottom of the frame and left the one that was in the center. At this point, the bees were getting a little buzzy and a little cranky with me.
Got just a little bit starting to happen on this frame.
I should mention how much easier this is since I don't have a sticky mess of honey everywhere. Removing that burr comb from the top of the frames before inspecting definitely was good.
Not much activity on this one either. I am going to go ahead and add a second brood box. I think I saw, and again that's a think, I think that I saw what could have potentially been swarm cells on the bottom of one of the frames. So I did scrape those off, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and add that second brood box. One of the other things that makes me feel like I need this second brood box is the fact that this opening on this top feeder, every time I've checked, they've been building comb up in this. So that could be a far stretch, but I just don't know. So I'm erring on the side of caution at this point. Hopefully it's not a bad choice. You have to act quick or you smash the bees between the inner cover and the feeder. even with that wonderful pep talk I gave myself and going into this with a game plan, I'm feeling defeated again. I cannot spot eggs even with my magnifying glass. I did spot larvae, and it looks like they're building things up nicely, but I just don't know. I don't know how to do this and do it efficiently and quickly. Everything I've read says you don't want to leave the hive open for too terribly long, but I guess my eye just isn't trained enough to see what I'm supposed to see in what is considered to be an efficient amount of time. I am going to bee school, intermediate bee school tomorrow, and I'm hopeful that I can ask a bunch of questions and maybe have a little bit clearer understanding of what it is I'm supposed to be looking for when I do these hive inspections. I guess I should say I know what I'm supposed to be looking for, but I'm just not seeing it. Besides that, it's like 1,000,000 degrees out here, and I have sweat in places I didn't even know could sweat. So if you guys liked this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.